It is only by living on a spiritual basis that our lives will truly change long term for the better. When we rely absolutely on our higher power, we feel safe to take the steps with integrity. Facing our past, making restitution and coming clean matures us like no other method we have found. This is where we become adults in space and time. We coexist with our fellows as equals. We are all family in this big, beautiful world of ours. Having committed ourselves to go to any lengths to have a spiritual life, making amends cleans out the pathway for the sunlight of the Spirit to shine through. We're going to start with the Serenity Prayer, and then we'll go into the daily reflections. If you or someone you know are questioning yourselves about whether or not you're an alcoholic or whether they are an alcoholic or drug addict, reach out. We can help you. You don't have to do it alone. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Grant me patience with the struggles that take time, and appreciation for all that I have, tolerance of those with different struggles, and the strength to get up and try again, one day at a time. September 5th, Emotional Balance. Made direct amends to such people wherever possible. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 83. When I survey my drinking days, I recall many people whom my life touched casually, but whose days I troubled through my anger and sarcasm. These people are untraceable, and direct amends to them are not possible. The only amends I can make to those untraceable individuals, the only changes for the better I can offer, are indirect amends made to other people whose paths briefly cross mine. Courtesy and kindness, regularly practiced, help me to live in emotional balance, at peace with myself, except when to do so would injure them or others. Readiness to take consequences of our past and to take responsibility for well-being of others is the spirit of Step 9. The moment we tell our families that we are really going to try the program, the process has begun. For many of us, when we hit bottom and desperation catapulted our willingness to do anything to stop drinking, we were reluctant to tell our loved ones we were in AA because we had been unable to stay sober on our own many times before, and we were not sure that this new program would work for us. That is the genius of the 12-step process. They are in order for a reason. We take them one at a time. We don't skip ahead. The first 3 steps are critical. If we short shift those, we are headed for confusion and unhappy results. The foundation of conceding to our innermost selves we are alcoholic and powerless must be cemented before we can truly let a higher power into our lives and spirits. Once we make the decision to turn it all over to our understanding of a higher power, we can trust the process and make real progress in changing our lives. It is a simple program for complicated thinking people. Our inventory and confession of defects, followed at once by humbly asking for our higher power to remove our shortcomings, is the groundwork for making amends to those we harmed. This is the substance of it. The promises are in grasp, and the bedevilments of the second step are disappearing. Good judgment will suggest that we ought to take our time. While we may be quite willing to reveal the very worst, we must be sure to remember that we cannot buy our own peace of mind at the expense of others. Sponsors are critical when we set out to make amends because we are excited to get this crucial step completed, and they provide an objective insight whether we will do more harm to those people. Often they cross off names of people and suggest a living amends is better for everyone. A living amends is where we treat everyone with kindness and love, even if we think they don't deserve it. It is the right way to live. September 5th, Emotional Balance. Made direct amends to such people wherever possible. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 83. When I survey my drinking days, I recall many people whom my life touched casually, but whose days I troubled through my anger and sarcasm. These people are untraceable, and direct amends to them are not possible. The only amends I can make to those untraceable individuals, the only changes for the better I can offer, are indirect amends made to other people whose paths briefly cross mine. Courtesy and kindness, regularly practiced, help me to live in emotional balance, at peace with myself. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.